Greetings, everyone. You guys know what I say. Every third Tuesday of the month, it is my favorite time because it is Being Brown at Work Live. Look, if you caught part one, you know why I'm immediately jumping into part two because this fabulous young woman from the UK was everything in part one. And if you didn't join us live or weren't able to catch that and you catching it on the replay, good for you. If you didn't, go catch it and then come back to part two because this is going to be everything. I'm going to immediately get into it because, as we shared in part one, she's giving you some nuggets today, some actionable steps to help with your mental health and how you deal with toxicity in the workplace. Let me introduce you to this fabulous woman. Ngozi Katmus is the unapologetic force behind the Black women's business revolution, a TEDx speaker, psychotherapist, social worker, and CEO of the UK's leading anti racist mental health platform. As a co creator of the Black Women's Rest Revolution, she is redefining what healing looks like for Black women through radical rest, a-powered storytelling, and unapologetic truth telling. Currently completing her doctorate on Black women's leadership because he's a leading new wave of digital liberation, helping Black women exit toxic jobs and alchemize workplace trauma into wealth, visibility, and creative power. Her revolutionary programs use AI as a freedom tool, not a threat, turning lived experience into income, impact, and legacy. Rested, healed, paid, unapologetically Black. This is not just business, it's a revolution. Welcome back to part two. Welcome
Yes,
back.
thank you so much. Just wanted to tell your listeners who I do work with now is I help, we call it Global Majority. I
Yeah.
help POC entrepreneurs master AI with smarter systems, faster growth, and easier living. If you fall into that category of a side hustler, or your side hustle become your main hustle, and you're getting overwhelmed with AI, and you're like, okay, I know that I need to master this so that I can leverage my business, have that AI advantage, and actually make money from AI, then follow me at Ngozi Katmus on LinkedIn, and join my newsletter and find out about the amazing opportunities and programs that will be starting in the next couple of months.
Yeah, and you definitely want to connect with her. Follow her on LinkedIn. Register for the. I missed the first one. I'm registering from come up. It sold out quickly before, so I missed that. You don't want to miss it. Get the newsletter. Get all the things. Get all the things associated with Ngozi. Do not hesitate. It will be life transformational, especially if you're an entrepreneur. But if you're not, and you got a side hustle, you want this. I think in part one you mentioned that AI could even help those in the 9 to 5 space as well. So look, I'm going to turn part two over to you. Step us through how we can use AI as a tool to give us some rest, some income. What did you say? If you wanted income, rest, what was that again?
Oh, that's a really good point. I've basically said that if you leverage AI,
Yeah,
you can rest. That's the whole point of AI, right? To make you more efficient, to make you
yeah,
faster, to do things that you don't have to do anymore. And also, it can give you ease of living. That's the whole point of using it.
ease of living,
Yeah.
yes.
I will start off with my journey. My life has changed in 6 months ago. I've been using AI for the last couple of years, right? Like most people, ChatGPT, right? Probably the AI that I was using on another platform called Claude. I was using ChatGPT to do my emails, ChatGPT and Claude to help me do my LinkedIn posts and all these different things. But 6 months ago, thereabouts, or just 6, 7 months ago, I've gone on this massive journey, made over £50,000 via AI, and I have taught dozens and dozens of Black and brown women how to create AI videos, create AI films within 6 sessions within 6 weeks, and it's just been amazingly powerful and primarily self-taught. So
Oh,
people might say, oh, but you're young, you're millennial, but I've had people in their 60s on my program. It's not about age, it's nothing about number. It's really about your attitude to learning and your
yes.
willingness, right? I have people who can't do spreadsheets, can't do Excel, but can create AI videos and edit. AI is a big leverager. So you don't have to see, I can't edit for crap, meaning that I can't draw for crap, I can't design for crap. But when you see my videos, you'll be sitting here thinking, did I go to a film school?
Wait a minute, because I don't mean to interrupt you, but she's absolutely right. When I saw her, you did a rap dance video. I was like, did she go to like a creative art school it was everything.
It's all about what we call prompts. It's all about how you instruct whatever AI platform tool that you use, right? You create the output. Artificial intelligence is a massive area. So we're specifically talking about generative AI, which is when you input something, it creates something quite novel, whether it's text, whether it's images, whether it's audios, whether it's videos. That's what we call generative AI. It's all
Mhm.
about creativity. And I think we are in the creator economy. That's why we've got podcasts. That's why people watch this. We're in a creator economy. And I think
Yeah.
any black and brown woman listen to this, if you have not begun to even open your eyes to AI, I'm telling you, the moment you blink, you'll be quite scared about where you would be in contrast to everyone else. AI is not going to replace you, but the person who masters AI will.
Okay, everyone, listen. You're probably wondering, why is Linda talking about it? Because you guys are working your butt off. You're burnout. You're trying to figure out how to set yourself apart, how to make your work life, your entrepreneurial life, your hustle, whatever it is, the combination of your 9 to 5 to the side hustle, to make it work for you. This is why. What did she just say? It will not replace you, but the person that masters it will. Right? All of us as Black and Brown women, we already have things that we have to deal with, and we're trying to be seen, we're trying to be heard, we're trying to be critical in the room, be that person. In this day and age in 2025, in addition to all the other systemic stuff we've been living with for years, here's yet another thing. If you don't master it, as she said, the person that does will replace you. That's why this is so critical for me in this podcast.
If you don't master it, it'll master you.
Yes.
Because AI is moving at such a rapid speed. And I keep telling people, my concern for many people that are like, yeah, I'm going to learn it, is that if you think AI is overwhelming now,
Ooh,
going to be more overwhelming in a month, in 2, in 6 months. So it's better
yes.
to become early adopters now than in 6 months. I was speaking to a software developer literally yesterday. He said, "Oh, AI is coming for my job." But he believes in brick and mortar. He's got brick and mortar businesses because he's ready. I will just continue my garden and stuff like that. So I got quite a few
Mm.
software developer people who are very scared. Even the people creating it are scared. Is something that's happening at rapid speed and changing industries by the minute, by the day. Updates are happening every single week, literally. And if you sign up to my newsletter, you will get updates about AI and how it relates with you. So let me start off very basic. For most of
Mhm.
your audiences that are in work, right? You're thinking about how to leverage AI. Most companies are trying to use AI, so you might be using their systems. But one
They
point
are. It's
AI,
like at my company, we're using Desk as Copilot. They're launching some other things
yeah,
as well. So they're open to it. Go ahead.
Copilot is funny because Copilot is a Microsoft application.
Sure.
And Copilot is built on top of ChatGPT, OpenAI. And the reason why a lot of companies don't use ChatGPT, OpenAI, because it's very open. So therefore,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
create the protection and the encrypted nature. So Copilot has a lot of, protections and encryptedness, but it's actually run off ChatGPT anyways. But the point I'm is
Yeah.
that so some people are like so some people like it, some people don't because it's too restricted. But just know that you're actually running off ChatGPT. Let me say this. When you listen to Sam Altman, one time he was asked a question about that. Why is AI moving so rapidly? And he said it. He said it, and this is what he said. He said, if we don't do it, China would. So
Mhm.
the point is, this is a political race. It's a capitalistic race. We need to make sure we are at the cutting edge above Asia because
Right.
China is moving at a fast pace. Some of the tools that you're using, you don't even know is from China, right?
Sure.
And China's also so AI isn't just really a West thing. It's also is basically America versus China. Have you noticed I haven't mentioned anywhere Africa's not involved in this equation? Unfortunately, Caribbean's not involved in this. We are not the ones producing these things, which we need to. But if we're not producing it yet, at least let's use it and learn how to
Yes.
master the tools that are being made. So the first thing to begin to use AI is just to optimize your time. Remember
Mm.
back in the day, 2 years ago, you had to write an email from scratch, right?
Right.
Now I couldn't tell you the last email I wrote from scratch. So why do I have to sit here and write an email from scratch? Why don't I just audio myself, audio chat GPT, or copy and paste the email that I got and say, help me to respond to it? Now, if you're starting from fresh, you will have to give it more context. It will be in the context of other emails. I might be able to put a sentence that help me respond to Linda that I'm okay to do her podcast, but it will have to be in 6 months. And you reword it. Now you might say, why can't I just write that down? That takes about 5 minutes because you got to reword it, check your grammar.
Yeah.
Whereas that takes 1 minute. I quickly read it, Grammarly make sure the grammar is right. Grammarly is an AI tool that helps your grammar.
Yeah.
Then you press send. You can actually create a personal assistant email that does it for you. So for certain emails that are quite recurring, that are repeatable, so if you get quite a lot of podcast requests or certain types of things that are, that can be easily responded to, you just approve it, it writes it for you, and you press yes. Imagine you get 100 emails a day. Many of us get a lot of emails a day.
Yes.
What can you do to finish at 7 p.m.? Maybe finish actually at 5 o'clock. So
Yes.
AI first saves you time. It optimizes your efficiency. You can do things at a faster speed. Because as human beings, most people operate on average. So with AI, you can operate a little bit faster and get things done more efficiently,
Love it.
be productive.
Love
So
it.
that is AI in the workplace. For most people, that's really what you want to use AI for. Now it's the next level for the people who are side hustling or entrepreneurs who want to use AI to promote their business. I teach within 6 sessions how to start with an idea and end with an AI film, whether it's 30 seconds or 2 minutes of a
Mm.
story. It could be a personal story, it can be a historical figure, or it could be an ad for your business. Whatever use case you can think of, you can create videos. We're watching videos all the time, right? Whether it's on Instagram or TikTok, on YouTube, you can use
Right.
AI to create videos, to tell stories, to push narratives. I teach black and brown men and women to produce their own stories and narratives. You can do
Oh
that
my
in six
gosh.
sessions with me. 6 sessions.
Yeah.
6 weeks, that can be 3 weeks. So it's all about how quick you're willing and able to learn because you have to implement
Right.
your learning. But yeah, essentially in 6 sessions, so in 1 hour sessions, in 6 hours, you could be able to start creating AI videos. I created a video that went viral a couple of weeks ago about medical racism and about how Black women, we're not listened
Yes.
to when we say that we are in pain.
Look,
That was what, a 30-second or 20-second clip?
yes, it's only 20 seconds, and I know why it went viral. I had to watch it again. It was so captivating, that video was captivating and told the story so clearly in 20 seconds. For me, as a follower, you're a master at it, which why I am going to, I told you, I tried to sign up for her 6 weeks and was sold out. So I'm signing up next time because that is how I want to continue to market my business. When I decide to move on from my 9 to 5, I still want to be doing this, right? Learning what you just did with that video on medical racism, signing up in a heartbeat because that thing was, look, I'm telling you, go follow her on LinkedIn, see if you can, because to me, when I watched it, I thought this was like a studio,
Yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Yes.
Linda, oh yeah, in a couple of weeks, the self-paced course. Actually, just before we got on, I'm literally creating the self-paced course. So in a couple of weeks, it will be done, and you can access that, and you can then learn on your own time. Because the live course that I'm doing in September, I'm doing that one and done because I've got to be doing late hours because of the Americans.
Yeah.
So it's
Americans,
probably
yeah.
it's much better for me to do it in a self-paced way. So that's what I'm doing now. In a couple of weeks, your audience and yourself, you'll be able to access that, whether you want the animation, so 3D, the
Wonderful.
2D animation or 3D Pixar, or whether you want what we call documentary, so photorealism, like a person that is AI. Those would be pathways that your audience can purchase. But going back to medical racism, if I was a doctor and I was promoting my practice, that is a video that if it went viral for me, or even didn't go viral, but it did really well on whatever platform you put it in,
Yeah.
ranked clients and customers for your business. That is the power of AI storytelling, that now the power is in your hands. I don't want to be this person I listen to. Let me say this: there's a person that's messaged me. They want to create a just a quick ad. She just messaged me this week that she's been approved, but that took about 4 or 5 months. She messaged me back in March. It's taken her 4 or 5 months to be approved, get a budget, and she's looking to still do AI. I said to her, "Why don't we just do this with AI? What she wants to do, we could have done it in like what, an hour or two."
Oh my goodness.
I think it's about thousands of pounds. So it's still good. Let her do it. She's got to get a paid act. But
Sure.
all of that, because she's doing it for my business. She wants to do it because she loves what I'm doing. Similar to yourself, she's just really a big fan, a big supporter, and doing that. But if I had known that at the time that she was speaking to me, I'd have been like, "Girl, let's just create this ad with AI." She's pending, or she had to wait for funding, a couple of thousands, where you can do it in under £100.
Jeez. See, yeah. That's why this is everything. This is everything. And now you all can see why I had to have Negocion as a guest. You don't want to be left behind, whether it's at your 9 to 5 or you're trying to launch a business or you've been an entrepreneur now for several years. You do not want to be left behind. Why not optimize your time? Why not be more efficient and productive? Why not use this tool that is just going to get more complicated, bigger, and better as time goes on? Why not? Why not reduce your stress and your anxiety? Why not? I mean,
Exactly.
every single tool and methodology we can get our hands on as Black women, You need to have both hands completely around.
350,000 Black women, particularly, has been pushed out of the workplace in America.
All of us know this because it's blaring around the world. If you're like, you know that statistic because it's been crazy, especially with the new administration here in the US. That was the focal point. The man told us what he was going to do, and we should have believed him. He's had a global impact, unfortunately, in a negative way. Over 300,000 women out of the workplace. Some of them follow me. And that's why this is important. I know some of you that unfortunately have been impacted. That's why what Cozy is offering and sharing with you is so critically important for you to take control of your destiny. Whether you decide to re enter the workplace in the 9 to 5 or decide to kick it off on your own, either way, you do not want to not take advantage of what this young woman has painstakingly mastered and now has just through her heart and mission of purpose, a mission of service to everyone that looks like her is offering to you. So as I close this second session, I'm telling you, you guys have to go back, listen to this and listen to it again. And then you want to go to LinkedIn, find Ngozi, connect, follow, sign up for the newsletter. And then you want to be the first to get the notification of the self-paced course that's coming up. Because I'm telling you, the one that she's having in September, you're not gonna get in. I couldn't get in, so don't worry about it. But you can buy the self-paced book, and that you want to have in your toolbox because it's going to be transformational. For me personally, I'm gonna say AI was in the back of my mind. I'm in an AKA, and some of my sorors were doing. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this a little bit, little bit. Some of my friends, hey, Linda, but it wasn't until I start following this young woman that it really became evident to me the power of it as a 63-year-old Black woman because of her. And the other she partners with, there's two. I'm sorry, I lost the third young woman's name. I know Jackie Abram was the third one because I listened to the workshop that you guys did. I was one of those participants of the three of you when you were together doing that. I'm telling you, it's everything. And you want to connect to this young woman like yesterday. Before we end, I'm going to give you some closing words. First of all, share with everyone how they can find you. And then if you have any other closing words for my audience, I'd appreciate it.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Linda, for this opportunity. So I would love to just say to your audience, if I can do it, you can. Some of you might think, oh, because that isn't the case. I nearly failed my GCSEs. I nearly failed my school stuff in secondary school, what you guys call high school. So to be able to, and I'm not good at maths, I'm not good at science, I ain't good at a lot of subjects. So to be in what we call STEM, to be harnessing AI, to be making money from tech and AI, even me, I'm a bit surprised myself. So when I say that it's for an everyday person, it's a bit of grit, it's a willingness to learn. And as Black women, as brown women, one thing I know about us, we are willing to learn. We might be scared, we might be afraid, we might sometimes be unsure, we might be a little bit suspicious. But once we get over that, we are brilliant when we put our mouth.
Yes.
And AI is not only the great leveler, it is democratizing. AI can create more inequities, but it's only if you do not harness it. Harness it, then you'll be on the side of saying it's a great leveler and it's democratizing access to things that would have cost so much money. You can reach out to me primarily at NGOZICADMUS on LinkedIn. My website is the same, ngozicadmus.com. If you sign up to my newsletter, so when you come onto my platform, my newsletter is there, sign up to it because between now and September, I'm creating lots of things. So a lot of it is intense work, but by September, mid-September, there'll be so many releases. We are creating, so you're going to be one of the first to hear about it in your podcast, called True Tones, TRUTONES. It is the first and only image generation platform for the global majority. One of the issues that you find in AI image generation platform is there's a bias towards whiteness and actually Asianness as well. Asian platform. To find very culturally attuned images can be very difficult, and we are creating, me and my team are creating that as well. So stay tuned for that. But that has come from learning. This has only come in 6 months. I've been doing it and I'm like, there's an issue, and it's like, wait a minute, why don't I solve the issue that I'm finding? I'm teaching people this. I'm teaching people amazing methodologies, but the methodologies are so robust because we are fighting against the algorithm, the racism inherent in the AI. So that means that I create a solution that is not biased. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for Soft Exit Labs membership, which will give you advanced skills in AI filmmaking. It will also help you with AI agents. So AI agents is essentially autonomous workflows that can do things for you, reply to emails, scrape the website, find information, create folders, do so many different things for you, especially a lot of
Mm.
administrative tasks for you without you having to watch it and tell it what to do. You just tell it once and it does it for you. And also how you can create applications without being a software developer. 3 years ago, I invested over £100,000 on my app, Happy Workers. I can create that app now for 20 quid. So if you
20
have a
quid.
business
Oh my
idea,
God.
I know sometimes I'm so happy for it, but it's a bit like, are you taking the mic? Even last year, when I had to start all over again, if I'd known about AI, I always reflect on the amount of money I've spent and what I could spend now. I am a living proof of that. If you got a business idea today, by Thursday, you can start your business because you can create your own website. What you can do with AI now is the worst it can ever be. If you see AI and you think, oh my God, is that good? Exactly. How much better it's going to be. It is a bit scary sometimes.
Wow.
Oh my God, is AI going to replace all of these different jobs? But it's not for you to be concerned about that. It's for you to be concerned about how do I learn that so I am not
Yes.
replaced. Okay.
Yes. There
So
we
that's what I
go.
want to leave with you. I focus on what I can do. The reality is AI is scary. I always admit that. When I sometimes sit there, I'm like, oh my God, it's actually very overwhelming. But do you know what I do? I focus on what I do know. If you ask Linda about AI, ethics, I cannot answer that. I'm not an AI person in that way. I don't create the thing. I just use it to make money. I use it to make my life easier. So you haven't got to be an
Yes.
expert in the etiology of the algorithm. I don't know what that is. All I know is that I can create AI films. All I know is that I can create AI agents. All I know is that I can create AI apps.
There
That
we
is all I
are.
know. And
Boom.
that is what I can teach you. You don't need to know everything. Learn and master one thing and let that begin to
Let
make
it.
money.
Boom. And this is why you want to connect to this young woman. What an honor to have you. I will be looking for everything that's coming out in September. If none of my audience won't listen to it, fine, because your girl gonna sign up. That
Oh,
for
yes.
sure. Okay, that for sure. And then I'll share with y'all what you're missing out on if you don't sign up. Because Vegan, it's been an honor. It has been truly an honor to have you as a guest and blessing my audience with such wisdom and knowledge and really experiencing you. Turn your life around. Take control. Take control. Make it easier. Make it easier. Like she said, make it easier. Become part of the solution because it's within your grasp. We know, she said it. We as Black and Brown women, we put our minds to something. No stopping us. All right, everyone. Thank you again, Ngozi, for joining us for Being Brown at Work Live.